So what about JavaScript? JavaScript allows for interactivity in our websites. We've seen that the web pages we can make have limited functionality. Yeah, we can do text, we can images, tables and frames. But if we want more interactivity with the users, we need to program this in, for example, JavaScript. So JavaScript is a type of programming language, but it has a very relaxed syntax if we compare to full-fledged high-level programming languages as C++ or Java. And it works in any browser. So JavaScript is good to give some interactivity to our websites. So let's see what we can, for example, use this for. We can use JavaScript to validate a form before we submit it, to see if we have put text in all the text fields that we need, or that the data we put there has the correct format. Or we can react to events, to button clicks for example, or we can interact with the user, give the user some pointers on where to go next. Or we can detect the user's browsers and adapt maybe some code for that. Or we can read and write cookies. So this is all interactive behavior that we can add to our website with JavaScript. So how does this work? JavaScript is embedded within an HTML page. So if we go to the browser, we can actually view the source of the JavaScript that is embedded in an HTML page. And it executes on the client, so it's fast. And we don't need any internet connection once it's loaded. Yeah, so we ask to the server all the things we need in order to execute it. It's transferred to our client, yeah, to our computer in the browser, and then it's executed there. So it's fast execution. It's simple programming statements that's combined with HTML tags, as I said before, and it's interpreted. It's not compiled, so you don't need any special tools to run it. So what happens on the server side? The most common scheme I have, if we have a website and we're looking at it, we request some page. We request some page from the server, and this mainly consists of sending some information or submitting, for example, a form and sending this to the server and say, this is what I want. And then the server processes this and answers back with some files. Some new HTML, some styles and some JavaScript. Yeah, and this is the answer from the server towards the pages that the user has requested. Then the browser gets this content and displays it to the user and executes the JavaScript. That's basically how it works every time you navigate on the internet. So on the client side, what happens is that the JavaScript code is being executed and the web page interactivity is being displayed to the user. So what can this, for example, be? A pop-up window that displays some message after pressing a button to the user. Or a box that turns red because the data that the user has input is not correct. Or a password is incorrect. Or the format of your telephone number was not correct. So a red box appears and the user gets feedback from what he should do next. Or for example, new content is created dynamically after some interaction. This is an example I gave before. If you fill out a form, if in one menu you choose the country that you come from, other menus can adapt to it. It can change, for example, the cities that are available in this country that you can choose from next. So this is dynamic adaptation of your website that is made possible through JavaScript. So this is actually a form of event-driven programming that we've already seen in some other module. So what happens is that the user interacts by doing something, filling out the text field, pushing a button or pressing a key. An event occurs. Yeah? In this case, the event occurs, it sends a request to the server and the server replies back with a piece of Java code. This piece of Java code contains these event handlers that actually handles what should be done when the user has done the certain event. And then this is being executed locally on your browser, and then the user sees something happening and can continue using your website, reacting on that behavior of the JavaScript. So that's basically how JavaScript works. In the next part, we're going to see how we can program JavaScript ourselves.